Korra opening up the spirit portals was one of the best things she could have done as the Avatar. Alright Korra haters, I'm back with another one just like I said I'd be. So I heard that you guys were upset with her for opening up the spirit portals. Why is that? You don't really have to tell me, but you can comment if you like. Let's run down the list of possibilities, shall we? You think Korra opening up the spirit portals was a mistake because she was guided into it by a master spirit bender and water tribe chief who just happened to be her uncle as well. Are you really getting upset with this girl for trusting a family member who happens to hold a ton of credibility? Perhaps more credibility than anyone else when it comes to this matter? After seeing Unalaq spirit bend multiple dark spirits, effectively turning them into some of the most calm spirits I've ever seen, I would have trusted him too, uncle or not. Tenzin didn't want Korra learning spirit bending yet, even though dark spirits were actively attacking her home. If you didn't want Korra to learn spirit bending, you must love rampaging dark spirits. Did you really expect her to master airbending before moving on to this next problem? I just don't think letting Unalaq solo every single dark spirit is fair. Letting Korra pick up this new skill during the exact time that it's needed just makes the most sense to me. And that's what she did! Alright, so even the Avatar is on my side. Cool, seems like I'm on the right team here. But you're just talking about Korra learning spirit bending. You haven't even talked about the portals. We hate those portals! Well yeah, I can tell. That's why I'm having to make a whole video about it right now. So Korra needs to learn spirit bending so she can set those spirits straight. Because that's her job. That's literally her job. We got that? Is that simple enough for everyone? She had to satisfy and maintain peace among the spirits because that is her job. In order to do this part of her job, she doesn't need a year or even a few months to train her airbending. Airbending is a spiritual skill, but her airbending teacher lacks the resources to teach her how to deal with spirits, much less dark spirits. We know this without a shred of doubt because when Tenzin walked up to the first dark spirit that attacked Korra, he tried to talk it out with the spirit. That failed horribly and the spirit continued to rampage. So nothing Tenzin could teach her was going to help her defeat this active threat, which was dark spirits attacking the water tribe. You know who does have the resources, knowledge, and capabilities of teaching Korra how to deal with dark spirits? Unalaq. No one else, just Unalaq. Happens to be her uncle. Kind of handy. So even though Tenzin and Tonraq weren't too happy about Korra learning from Unalaq, you should be. We literally get to see the Avatar do what's right, even when her parental figures advise against it. That's what it means to be the Avatar. You can't just let everyone else decide things for you. That's not the role of the Avatar. If anything, everything should be reversed, and everyone should just listen to Korra. Tenzin should definitely be listening to Korra, considering she's literally his dad. Yes, literally. I guess I better spell it out for the ones who don't like to think too hard. Avatar Aang is Tenzin's dad. When Avatar Aang died, he was reincarnated as Korra. This means Korra is Aang. If Korra is Aang, that means she's also Tenzin's dad. I'm not making anything up here. This is just Avatar science. Okay, so Tenzin is upset he has to take a break from training Korra. Understandable, but oh well, Tenzin, you had like 6 months or more if I'm not mistaken. Tonraq, Korra's dad, is upset about it because deep down he doesn't trust Unalaq. That's understandable as well, but sir, you're not the Avatar and you're definitely not a spirit bender. In fact, I don't see a single other spirit bender from the South Pole to the North Pole other than Unalaq. I think you're just gonna have to let Korra train up her spirit bending with your creepy brother and hope it works out. And that's exactly what happens. It all works out. Things did get hectic, but that's the price you gotta pay as a parent of the Avatar. Things are gonna go a little haywire sometimes. Good thing your daughter's the Avatar, right, Tonraq? Geez, some people are hating on her for it, man, and you're partly to blame. Just partly. You don't gotta trust Unalaq, but trusting Korra is a requirement. Now that we got all that settled, I guess Korra can finally learn spirit bending. Yay! I can't believe we had to fight so hard just to get to this point. So, Korra's learning spirit bending from Unalaq. We got that settled. She's watching and mimicking the way he uses water bending to mesmerize and calm the dark spirits, though she's not too good at it herself yet. Because she's just now learning the skill. So now we can talk about the spirit portals. Apparently, there are multiple reasons the spirit portal at the South Pole needed to be open, but the main reason is that the South Pole was under great spiritual attack due to some of Ton Rock's actions. We don't gotta get into that right now, but his actions did apparently cause the southern lights to be turned off. You know those northern lights that shine above the Northern Water Tribe? Well, the South doesn't have those anymore. Those lights were made by happy spirits, and guess what? The spirits are no longer happy. You know what might make those spirits happy? Opening the southern spirit portal. That should make them pretty happy. Anyone opposed? Not really? Alright, Korra, go ahead and go open it up. You're learning spirit bending, and this will probably grant you a decent amount of spirit bending experience. Now, this is the part where a lot of people start casting hate on Korra once again. Because now, the spirits are trying to prevent Korra from opening up the portal. If the spirits are trying to stop her, this must mean she definitely shouldn't be doing this, right? Maybe you should have looked at the TV a little bit closer. Did you miss something about those spirits? Did the aggressive movement and snake-like appearance of those spirits kind of slip your eyesight? They were dark red and purple. Guys, those were dark spirits that were trying to stop her. I don't think dark spirits are out here trying to stop people from doing bad things. I'm pretty sure dark spirits explicitly enjoy chaos and destruction. If they were trying to stop her, it probably means she was doing something that was going to restore balance and peace. Anyways, Korra is super strong, so the spirits couldn't stop her, especially when she went into the Avatar state to activate the portal. Wait. She uses the Avatar state to activate the portals? But activating the portal is a bad thing according to the majority of the Avatar fandom. You're telling me the Avatar state is used as a key to do something very bad for the entire world? That doesn't sound very Avatar-like. That's because it's not. It's not that at all. Only the Avatar has the power to open and close the portals. If they close it, must be good. If they open it, must be good. Because the Avatar is inherently good. Well, all of that might change in the series directly after Korra, but we're only talking about Legend of Korra right now. So Korra has officially opened up the first portal and the Southern Lights have been restored, effectively bringing the world one step closer to harmony. Great move, Korra. Please keep it up. Well, the only way to keep it up would be to open the second portal, right? I mean, one portal being open and one portal being closed doesn't quite sound like balance, so it sounds like we have some more work to do. Now look, at this point, Korra is pretty unsure of opening up the second portal. I mean, she's learned that Unalaq is completely evil and has lost his mind, basically. He literally captured one of Aang's grandchildren and threatened to harm her if Korra didn't open up the second portal. So of course, not wanting anything to happen to Jinora, she opens up the second portal. Now, this is where things could have gone absolutely horrible, because with the second portal being open, harmonic convergence has begun and Vaatu has been freed. Vaatu then fused himself with Unalaq, essentially creating the Dark Avatar. This is what Unalaq wanted from the very beginning. He tricked Korra into opening up both portals so that he could gain ultimate power as the Dark Avatar. And it nearly worked, except Korra is a beast. She does some of the most insane energy bending we've seen in the Avatar universe. Beats the crap out of her problem, this one being the Dark Avatar, and destroys any chance of Vaatu causing problems for the next 10,000 years. She then realizes that in order to attain true balance between the physical realm and the spirit world, she must leave the spirit portals open. Vaatu and the potential chaos he could have unleashed had been stopped, meaning the spirit world was nowhere near as threatening as it once was. The spirits were given a chance to live peacefully among humans, and vice versa. Spirits are pretty dangerous, though. I'd say one of the biggest things about spirits and humans getting to live together is that they also get to learn from each other, eventually getting used to their differences and setting them aside for the good of the entire world. There's plenty of good spirits, there's plenty of good humans. There's plenty of bad spirits, there's plenty of bad humans. The Avatar's role is to bridge the gap between the two worlds and to bring peace to the entire world as a whole. The very first Avatar, Avatar 1 closed the spirit portals over 10,000 years before Korra became the Avatar. During his time, he believed that humans and spirits were not ready to coexist, and it was best for the portals to stay closed until the time was right. Well, Korra decided the time was right. I mean, 10,000 years is an incredibly long time, and plenty of time to have another go at it, right? I mean, there are portals for a reason, and it's not just so they can stay closed forever. Eventually, the humans and the spirits are gonna have to get along, even if someone has to make them. If anyone can do it, Korra can. And that's what she did, too! Her belief that spirits and humans can live in harmony if they just try hard enough actually holds up and helped shift the dynamic of the world. Spirits and humans were peacefully coexisting, though you still had some questionable actors on both sides. Kuvira, for example. Kuvira was ready to cause some serious problems with the spirit energy she was able to manipulate. But Korra handled her as well. I mean, every problem Korra causes is usually handled by Korra herself. That's what happens when you're the Avatar. You make big choices and then deal with the consequences. If you were actually a fan of the series, you would notice that and admire it instead of hating on every move the Avatar makes. By the way, spirit portals being opened caused harmonic convergence, which caused the dormant airbending gene to be awakened among numerous people. The spirit portals being opened was one of the best things that could have happened for airbenders in the entire world of Avatar. Why should Korra shut them right back up again? It's not like there's some kind of toy to be played with whenever she wants. And what she wants is for humans and spirits to just get along so the whole world can be closer to peace and balance. Why does she want that? Because she's the Avatar and you gotta deal with it. Oh yeah, harmonic convergence also gave airbending to one of the most dangerous men on the face of the planet, and she gave him and his whole squad the work. Once again, fixing the problems she causes. And it's not like she's directly causing problems anyway. They're just side effects that stem from her actions that benefit the entire world. It's kind of her job. The job of the Avatar is to bring peace, order, justice, and balance to the entire world. The entire world, physical and spiritual. If you want to close up those portals, you either have a phobia of spirits or you're giving humans way too much credit. You also seem to hate progression. It would make sense why you might hate Korra too in that case. Well, I'm telling you to stop it anyway. There's a good reason why those portals are open, and if it ever becomes a bad thing, guess what? The new Avatar can close them up if they want to. Because they're the Avatar and it's part of their skill set. Opening and closing the spirit portals. Stop hating on Korra for using her skills, please. Also, stop being scared of spirits. How can you be scared of things like Furryfoot and Boomju? They're literally so cute. Wait, you don't like it because it's like Pokemon? I don't know about that one. I'm a pretty big fan of Pokemon and it doesn't even strike me that way. If you're gonna use that as a reason to hate Locke, you must hate the entire franchise as well. They've always had funny little hybrid animal companions in the series. Each Avatar literally gets an animal companion called a spirit guide. Momo looks like a normal flying type Pokemon. Maybe try enjoying the show for what it is instead of comparing it to anything else. Avatar has always been a distinctly unique franchise, but these strange comparisons are just a little bit lackluster. Creature combat has always been a part of Avatar. Remember when Momo was fighting that iguana parrot? I don't think using Locke as ammo for that argument is very fair, but I'll let it slide as long as you admit that the concept art for Seven Havens looks just like Pokemon. I'm not happy about it, and I would love for you to stand with me against that type of thing. I might have to make an entire video dedicated to the brilliant art style of our current two Avatar series and why they shouldn't change it. I'd rather Avatar Studios just keep their old animation style without us having to rise up, but who knows. Anyways, I'm ranting about a whole different topic now, so if you guys want to combat anything I've been saying, you can go ahead and leave it in the comments. I might respond to those comments in the next video. The moral of the story is, Korra did a great job, the portals needed to be opened and they needed to stay open, and if the humans and spirits can't get along, the new Avatar is just going to have to figure it out because that's what being the Avatar is all about. Also, I really don't think the portals being open has anything to do with humanity being destroyed. I think if humanity is going to be destroyed, it's probably got something to do with the new Dark Avatar. What, did you think Korra was going to be the only series that got a dark avatar? Heck no! Now that they showed us the dark avatar exists, they're going to have to feed it right back to us, knowing good and well that that's what we want. More dark avatar stuff. Because the only thing capable of standing up to the avatar would have to be a dark avatar. You know it to be true, and we want to see our avatar have a worthy challenge. Seriously guys, thank you very much for making it to the end of the video. Make sure to hit the like button and follow for more avatar related content. Until then, stay vigilant. Caleb Smith, signing out.